would you like a retreat that's minutes from home, but feels like a world away?
I want a place that gets away from the rest of the world, and this is perfect for me. It feels a lot like we're back in Bali when we're here. It's amazing to be here, amazing.
Or a magical place to escape to and indulge your creative impulses.
The landscape is so dominant that you can't help it. You know, you just kind of become a part of the landscape like an animal.
So I go chill, he goes wild.
I go wild.
For others, the perfect retreat is about no work and all play.
All the time is party time. That's why we came out here. It takes 45 minutes to get to this, so it can't be any better.
I'm Judith.
And I'm Sonder.
And this is our retreat.
You might believe that this is the South Pacific, if it wasn't in fact Canada, on the shores of Lake Ontario. Here on 60 acres of lush green land, Judith and her son Sonder get a lakeside cottage, a beautiful beach, a huge outdoor barbecue and dining area, and a private point. But the best part,
Our getaway is 5 minutes walking distance from my house.
yes, this is their house up on the hill. And after a leisurely stroll down to the lake, they arrive here at their retreat. It's the best commute to the cottage you can imagine.
The interesting thing is, too, is that although it's close, it feels physically far apart because we don't have internet down here. We don't even have a television.
We barely have reception.
We barely have reception. And when I'm up at the house, I've got a lot of responsibilities and things to look after, and it wears on me. And I just go down and put my running shoes on and walk to the lake, and all of a sudden I'm in a different space, and I can read and write and really relax. And it's amazing to be here. Amazing. This is my beach house. I want a place that gets away from the rest of the world, and this is perfect for me. It's just us and our books and the lake and the sand and the sun. It's truly a great place to be. This is the part I love the most. We love being here. See that hut over there? That's our dining hut. That's another part of the retreat. You can be out there, open up all the windows, you feel you're right on the lake. It's a wonderful place to be. And then this is the pavilion. It's got a full-on kitchen, big garland grill, which we love cooking at, and then the bar, and then the outside dining area. We love entertaining. This is just like the best place in the world to entertain, and our friends love to come. It's a lot of fun.
Every structure at this lakeside retreat was envisioned and built by Judith's late husband. Another reason why it's so special to her and her son.
This property is very much part of his gift to us, my husband's gift to us, because, you know, he built the cottage, he had the vision.
And her husband also loved to travel, which had a big influence on the design of this retreat.
Joseph decided he wanted to go to Asia because he loved Asia. So we went and we bought a house in Bali. We all just fell in love with the lifestyle and the casualness and the sort of attention to the detail. It was really a wonderful experience for us, and we tried to bring things back. The Indonesian influences are really obvious when you get out of your car because it doesn't look like Canada. It's we've got a huge stretch of beach, and on it we've got this, I think the first sort of iconic feature is the ballet. It comes from East Timor, and it was a gift I gave to my husband. You know, you just want to spend your time there. It's a very nice place to be. And this is the outside pavilion, and this is the dining table, and this comes from Indonesia. The chairs, these come from Bali specifically. These come from inner Jakarta. The Buddhas outside the dining hut come from Bali. All of the furniture in the sunroom comes from Bali. And it feels a lot like we're back in Bali when we're here. Our retreat is not about retreating from people, it's about retreating to the things that are important to us, which is like the nature, the water, the people. I think those are the things that we want to retreat to.
Judith and Sonder enjoy the beach house as much as they can, but occasionally Judith will rent all of it out. But when that happens, she doesn't lose her retreat. She simply moves to yet another much smaller one.
I took up my husband's tradition, and last year I built a little stilted house out of a barn that we took down on the north part of the property. This is my special retreat away from my retreat. It's a very, very tiny little house. I call it my huisje. It's Dutch for short, small house.
We call it a huisje, but it's modeled after a junglo, which is the Indonesian little house on stilts.
A juglo is a traditional Indonesian style of house, usually made of teak, featuring beautifully carved details and elevated floors. It's a more modest juglo like this one that Judith took her inspiration from.
Let's come see inside. This is the inside of my huisje. Very, very little here. This bed, it comes from Indonesia. I just love the rusticness of it. Up above are the necklaces from Papua New Guinea. It's three of my large collection because I love them so much. And this is the other part of my juglo. It's just a little sitting room, and oh, there's my son reading yet again. He's always reading. This room is great because it's completely open with screens all the way around. It keeps the bugs out. And the cool thing is that it's a double layer of screen, because when the rain comes and it hits the first layer, it diffracts, and then it hits the second one and it just slides down. So that even when it's raining, it's a great place to be. And the sound of the rain on the tin roof is fantastic.
Once again, their love of Bali is everywhere in this room. The tables and chairs, the light fixtures, and this beautiful hand-carved daybed were all brought over from Bali.
Imagine sitting here on a sunny day with a good book, maybe a glass of wine. Here's the perfect place to be close to nature. It's all around you. I think that's one of the things that this retreat is about, is that way of life, the Bali way of life. It's you don't let things bother you, you take things in stride, you make your life simple. You know, it's about good food and friends.
Sometimes, especially when it's really warm and there's a nice breeze going, you can lie in the ballet and just close your eyes and you still feel like you're back in Indonesia, sitting in front of the pool, relaxing.
For us, this is the ultimate retreat.
It is the ultimate retreat.
You think so?
No, I just said that because I felt like it.
If you feel like letting loose and indulging your creative side, then this next retreat is that place. But there's just one rule.
Check your baggage at the gate is actually what I say. And come on in.
And I'm Erin.
And this is our retreat.
Woo!
Ever dream of attending an artist retreat in the country where you can paint, tap into your creative side? For Skip and Erin, it's no dream, it's their reality. She's a former dancer, and he's a visual artist. And when the couple and their 2 daughters need to escape the city and recharge their creative batteries, they come here, to this old stone house by the river, miles from nowhere. This is Big Sky Country, with rolling windswept mountains, awe-inspiring views, and endless places to explore. But it's this quirky old stone house that makes this retreat so interesting.
So the house was built in 1910 from a fellow that came out with a dream of being a rancher, and he brought his sister and brother along, and so they built a home for the family to live in.
He wanted to have a big grand house, tin ceilings, made out of stone, with kind of the English style of country house.
So this house is highly unusual for the area. Really, it was settlers that came out that had very little money. So they were small wood homes. So for him to come out here, the original owner, and make a large 4,000 square foot sandstone mansion basically was very, very unusual.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required.
Unusual is a fitting description for this old house, because nowadays, this retreat is all about encouraging the art of creative expression.
We often invite artists and groups of artists to come to this house because it can absorb a lot.
When they come down here, they catch the magic of the landscape and the house and are inspired to create.
So you'll see as we walk through the house that there's lots of portraits and paintings right from the land here.
This retreat is definitely a place to slow down, unwind, and leave your problems behind.
check your baggage at the gate is actually what I say. And come on in. So this is where it all happens. This is the kitchen. This is the heart of the house. This is where you can imagine 14 people sitting around having a feast and lots of excellent dinner conversation and lots of fun. So this is where we live. You feel like you are making real healthy, organic feasts for people, and food tastes better here. I make the same dish at home, not the same.
Cheers.
Cheers. I always invoke women that have cooked meals here for hundreds of years. This really is how it feels to me in here.
And back in the olden days, this would have been the formal dining room. But now,
We jokingly call this room the opium den. It's where we get our groove on. We play music and dance and have a really good time. Yeah. Crazy.
and the old formal living room is now a multifunctional space to hang out, take naps, and get creative. Nothing like it was in the past.
This is the little art studio in the back here where, you know, myself and friends come down and hang out and make art, have fun. I got a buddy down here for this weekend, Daniel Kirk, who's a really great young artist.
As an artist, I love coming to the Stone House because this is so open, this place. It gives a lot of room for the imagination to just kind of take over, a lot of colors that are so inspiring.
Skip and Aaron's Old Stone House on a River is the ultimate retreat to unwind, enjoy nature, and get creative. And the art that this place inspires can be found in just about every corner of this house.
This is a really creative household. We were sitting right there at the kitchen table and we had just a plate with some plums and a nectarine, and each of us did a watercolor. So this is Mom, Dad, and 2 kids.
And upstairs as well.
Coming up here, we call this is the formal stairwell, but it is Bison Alley. So this is watercolors of buffalo that Skip has made. And I'd just like to point out the lovely character of the lath and plaster of the walls. We have lovingly restored some of the walls, not this one yet. So, Bison Alley. Okay, so here we are on the 2nd floor, and the house was really split up into 1/3 over on this side, which was the ranch hands and the cooks, a bathroom in the middle, and then all the way down this alley is the 4 main bedrooms where the family stayed. Of course, now they're just guest rooms for anyone to stay in. So that was then and this is now. So now we just have one big family and we stay in any room we feel like. So this is our bedroom. Skip and I stay here, and you know, there is no master bedroom. The bedrooms were all exactly the same size. So we just picked a room that we liked, and this one spoke to us. And there's remnants of our kids' childhood. This is, Ray made this of Skip in kindergarten.
And what used to be the bunk room for the ranch hands became the kids' favorite room, partly because it was just above the kitchen.
So when the kids were little and they were staying in the bunkhouse room, they used to holler for us like this through the floor vent. So we'd be downstairs laughing and talking away, and all I'd hear was, "Mom, Mom, Mom!" So we'd be yelling through the floor vent. So, yep, we always stay connected in this old house. So this house is indelibly etched in the family memory. Our kids' favorite memories are here at the Stone House.
Growing up here, for me and my sister, it's pretty magical. We're pretty spoiled to grow up here. There's just endless things you can do, especially as a kid. This is my favorite place in the world. I love it here.
And the love extends to the outside with a patio area and garden. And the best part, an outdoor sauna and shower.
This is one of our favorite places to sit and hang out up here. So we have a wood-fired stove inside there, and this is where nakedness happens.
This would be me if I was naked coming out of the sauna and taking a shower to cool off. You know, doing all that stuff and looking at the view.
Usually first thing in the morning, I come out here, put down my yoga mat, and do my little meditation. So this is me, you can just imagine, in the morning doing my yoga. So it's very calm, and especially like this view right here to do the warrior pose, because it's just going straight into the mountains and sometimes straight into the wind.
We are lucky. We feel really special to be able to experience life in this house and to experience it in a contemporary time, but yet in a way that was, you can imagine how life was lived 100 years ago. You know, inside it's just like go down another notch, like I let go a gear or two. And so it feels really good to unclench and to just go, okay, I'm here. This is the place where I get to just be me.
I go feral when I come here. The landscape is so dominant that you can't help it. You know, you just kind of become a part of the landscape like an animal.
So I go chill, he goes wild.
I go wild. But I like it.
For this couple, happiness is this weekend retreat in the stunning Rocky Mountains, which they love almost as much as their dog does.
The dog is so happy, she's damn near driving the car to get out here, right? She's got a smile. Yeah, you want to see a dog smile?
She smiles.
Bring her out here to the mountains. I'm Jerry.
I'm Shelley.
This is Bentley.
And this is our retreat.
There's something awe-inspiring about the majestic Rocky Mountains that defies explanation. It's a landscape so stunning, it can simply take your breath away. So if you've ever dreamed about owning a retreat here, and one that's low maintenance, in town and surrounded by friends, the Forbes have just that.
It's absolutely the best. I mean, just look around. And when I was a little kid, my dad used to bring me here. And I thought if I ever had a chance to move out here, that's what I was going to do. And bingo, look, we're here.
When veteran radio personality Jerry Forbes isn't busy working the morning airwaves, he and his wife Shelley spend every weekend up here.
Give me your best radio voice.
All right, so I'll do that, Shelley. You know, you come out here to the mountains in the beautiful Bow Valley where it's 32 sunshiny degrees.
I get the time and temperature every morning.
My life in the city is extremely hectic. I'm up at 4 in the morning. I work till 3 in the afternoon. I dream about coming out here on Monday, and by the time Friday flies around, I know I'm going to my little mini vacation.
And the escape from the city in one of Jerry's 2 Bentleys is a well-rehearsed Friday routine.
If you ever watched the Flintstones and you saw the whistle, that's what I wait for when I come out here. At 5 o'clock, Shelley's home. We're 2 seconds into the car. It takes 45 minutes to get to this, so it can't be any better.
Like Jerry, I work Monday to Friday, full-time. I love coming up here.
Go see Mom. Go see Mom.
And so does Bentley, who enjoys the privilege of being the only child in this family.
Bentley loves being in the mountains.
The dog is so happy, she's damn near driving the car to get out here, right? She's got a smile. Yeah, you want to see a dog smile?
She smiles.
Bring her out here to the mountains.
And the biggest selling point for this couple's retreat nestled in the mountains? It's a high-end, low-maintenance condo, and it's smack in the middle of everything they want.
It works perfect for us because when we come out here, we don't have to be worried about yard work, and it's a lock and leave.
And this is their view from the deck.
And we like the location here. This was a preferred location. It's close to downtown.
So close that it's less than a 10-minute walk along these pretty paths to get to Main Street's restaurants and shops.
Yeah, you can walk to anything in town. And then if you want to go hiking, it's right here. You just keep walking, go across the bridge, and climb up a mountain.
And back at the condo, mountain life also plays into the decor theme.
Welcome to the Forbes compound. We have a theme here, and the theme is, well, I guess you can pretty much figure it out, bears. We live in the national park, and in the national park, the bears are protected, so you can drive on any given day. On a good day, you can see 6 bears. Grizzly bears, black bears. So we just like bears. And I just thought, when I saw this, I thought, this is golden for the front door. People think I'm nuts, but I am nuts, I guess.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, from what I understand, this is the kitchen. Never gets used except ice for when we like to have our parties. This thing has been a mystery to my wife, Shelley. From what we understand, it reheats things. It reheats pizza, it reheats Chinese food, it reheats Italian food, it reheats Thai food. See, look at you. Is that the cleanest oven you've ever seen? You bet it is, because there's nothing ever been in there cooked.
It's a good thing that there's 74 restaurants in town.
And we've been to every one of them. And of course, once again, we're back to our theme. It's bears and booze. Weekends.
And for what they want from a weekend retreat, the rest of the condo covers all the bases.
So this is the rest of the condo. Pretty simple. It's one big room. That's what we wanted. A place where we can entertain. Low maintenance. You don't have to chop any wood. You hit a switch and bingo, away you go. And then the TV can swivel out towards the hot tub. So when you're sitting in the hot tub having a glass of wine, you can watch the game. This is our master bedroom, or as Shelley says, where the magic happens. And this is our bed. A local guy hand carves these beds. They're pretty cool. And over here, this is pretty neat. It's like magic. You turn it on, and if you'll notice, holy mackerel, there's more bears. Over here, I don't know how a reindeer got in here. You think the bear would have got it? Best thing about this bathroom is this thing. It is unbelievable. Steam shower that heats up to 130 degrees. When you have a few and you wake up on a Sunday morning and you gotta go to church, you wanna hit this thing first.
So what's their favorite part of their retreat?
What do I like most about the condo? I like the deck. That would be my favorite part.
Oh, I tell everybody I have a huge deck. It's just massive. It's a big deck up there. This is the best part of the house, the deck. How do you go wrong when you got a deck in the Rocky Mountains? You got a hot tub here, you got a barbecue there, you got a fire pit here, and you got a beer there. What's to go wrong? As a matter of fact, we use this thing every Saturday night, sit out here midnight and just look at the stars. It's fantastic.
When they're not enjoying their retreat, just the two of them, what else do they like to do?
All the time is party time. It's great. That's why we came out here. I think if you came in, you spent a weekend with us, you'd be a pretty tired girl going home. We come up here, and the first thing we do is we put the car keys away. You can get a cab here. You can go anywhere you want for 20 bucks. And so we'll pour ourselves a rum or a glass of wine, and then we'll go meet our friends at the pub and whoop it up. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, is it fair to say that they're living the dream out here?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's almost sickening for some people that we're so happy.
Sometimes make ourselves sick.
Coming out here, we are living the dream. This is what we wanted to do. This is what we saved our money for, and we're so happy to be here.